Hey everybody, I am Justin.
And I'm James.
And together we are
Dollarwise Gamers. So, we finally got the dog in the basement.
We did.
Janet told her that it was part of her agreement. If she wanted to live in the house, she needed to come into the basement.
That's true.
Yeah. And she's down here right now. Zora, come here, Zora. I don't know if we can get her on camera.
We might be able to. Will she get up at all?
Oh, you can see her on the camera now. There she is. Oh, wait, there's a note here. There's a note from Janet. Okay, so Janet has a note. Oh, my God, I hope this isn't a contract. She doesn't even know how many... Oh, I guess this was supposed to be episode number 30. It's 50.
It's episode 50. It's episode 50, though.
Happy 30th episode.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
Yep, that's Janet.
30 is divisible by 5 and 10.
2 and 5 and 10, yeah.
No, not 50. 25. And
not 15?
25 and 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, 25 and 2.
10 and 5.
10 and 5, yep. 50 and 1.
50 and 1.
Which is weird, but yeah.
You got to really look deep into the math.
Speaking of the math.
I don't want to talk about it.
So I got a personal phone call.
A personal phone
from
call?
A friend of ours.
Uh-oh.
Ross, who weirdly said that 49 is not a prime number.
I think you need to give Janet his number.
Yeah.
And address.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Sorry, man.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, he's probably not even going to notice, Scott. It doesn't come out till Monday, right?
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah, and
well. Sherbets, thank goodness that we don't really know Sherbets.
She'll find out where Sherbets lives.
It's true. Sherbets had posted a comment on our previous video saying also that 49 is not a prime number, but, do
they have any, it doesn't matter. There's no... Janet says it's not a prime number, guys. Or it is a prime number.
Janet said it is a prime number. That's correct.
So it is. It is. Mathematicians
have checked.
Yeah, yeah.
And every single one that Janet has talked to.
Alone for a long period of time in that room.
Sometimes not a long period
in the scary room. The happy room. It's not the scary room. It's not at all scary. Never go into that room.
The cherished room.
Yeah,
it's a cherished room.
I don't think I've done anything good enough to deserve to go back in there.
No. We are nowhere near what we need to. We don't deserve the cherishment.
No.
But anyway,
run, Ross,
it
run.
is the 30th episode.
It is
the 30th
because we've been doing it for 100 weeks.
100 weeks. We do it every other week.
It's true.
So 30th episode. Thank you, Janet. Thank you for congratulating us on our 30th episode.
30th episode.
Once every 2 weeks for 100 weeks.
Yep.
So, we did get an email that I had mentioned at the very end of the last show, so I'm going to hit that real quick.
All right.
Because I don't want anybody to wait on that. And we have a new game. We're going to play a new game tonight.
We are.
We're going to try this. We're going to see if it works. So please let us know. It'll
totally win or not.
Or not. We will play this at the end of the show, so stick around for that. It'll be near the end. Let's hope we don't forget. Anyway, this this email is from
Tom at lemuria.org.
Yeah. So
I almost got my email there, actually.
I had mentioned a comment in Facebook that we're interested in indie games, and they have an open beta for a turn-based survival game. They said it's in the spirit of, but it's a little different than Die Tonight, but I've never actually heard of that game.
No, me either.
So I haven't had a chance to. I've been very busy at work. Things have been kind of crazy.
Both.
But I will be looking into this. So thank you, Tom. Thank you for the email. We will look into this and probably reach out to you just to see, because typically we really do like indie games. We try to have people on as often as we can. It's hard because we only record at certain times, and it's
right.
We only do the every 2 weeks, but we do try to have people on as often as we can. There is actually another person that I still need to line up. Is her name, I think, is Gingery Gamer on Twitter. I will look that up. But she's a friend of my wife's in the UK. Focuses on gaming and let me just get it because I can't remember exactly what it has to do with. But she's actually working on, I think, her PhD. There she is. So her name is Megan. And she is an archaeologist, and she's working on a PhD at the same university that my wife goes to.
All right.
But it has to do with her PhD, and I'm gonna get in trouble for this because I'm probably gonna be wrong. Oh no, wait, here we go. So she said in a tweet, sometimes she refers to research area as a game space or game product, but she actually has to do with gaming and archaeology. It's really kind of an interesting thing. I don't know exactly all of it, but it's kind of cool stuff that I kind of want to talk with her about, have her on the show. So
all right.
We're still trying to hammer that out. Not on her side, on my side. Mostly doing the work that I need to do to kind of make sure that it happens. But pretty cool. I'm looking forward to Gingery Gamer, at Gingery Gamer is who she is on Twitter. So go check her out.
So we're going to try to get her, see if we can get Tom.
Yep.
So a couple guests in the future, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. So anyway, let's dive into this. What have you been playing?
Diablo 3.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dollarwise deals. I'm working hard.
We were actually just talking about that. We were talking about how multiple times you've purchased it.
Yeah,
I've purchased it multiple times too.
Yeah, I bought it at launch, and then we both bought it for the PC. Spent $60 at launch plus whatever, and then $40 for the original game and the Reaper of Souls we each spent to get that on PC, and then I spent like about $17. So I'm at the better part of $120 that I've spent on it. And it's still a huge Dollarwise deal.
Done
like,
more
oh
than
my
120
God.
hours.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
And plus, like, I mean, all the time that my lady puts, because she loves playing the game too, so all the time she put in it, those hours count too. So it doesn't track it on the 360, so there's no way to really know.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I've probably put more hours into that game than I put into Warlock maybe at this stage.
That's possible. It would be hard to know.
Yeah, because I mean, a couple hundred hours easy in the first playthrough.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, it's easy to grind. We played a lot of hours. I played a lot solo.
You played a lot.
We didn't play a ton on the PC, but we did play. I mean, a decent amount. Probably at least a 40. I mean, maybe not. But
it's hard to know because it wasn't just us. You, me, Levis played. Ross. We played with Ross.
Right.
So I mean, there was a lot. It's hard to know. I would actually have to open up my Blizzard to even know what I played online.
Right.
But I know we played a lot on the Xbox, the original Xbox, and then you've been playing.
I've put in more time probably now than I did before. I mean, I've leveled a wizard up to 70 from nothing.
Right.
I leveled both my witch doctor and my barbarian from 60 to 70. And now I am like almost 30th level on a demon hunter.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, and she's got a 70th crusader and a 70th barbarian. And she's got a monk to play along with my demon hunter. So
what do you guys? So you work and then you just come home and eat and play?
Yeah, I mean, like we watch Netflix or we play Diablo 3.
Okay.
You know, and I mean, it's a game we both enjoy, so you know, it's fun. Sometimes we'll play a little bit in the morning. I mean, it's nice. It's kind of like my routine when I was single, except now there's someone playing Diablo with me.
Let me pull up some of the stuff I've been playing. As soon as I get around to it. No, my price per hour is gone. Crappy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Too much purchase, not enough play.
Yeah. Arma 3, I still play that pretty regularly with the casual shenanigans.
Nice.
Elite Dangerous, I've been playing. Fallout 4, I've been playing, but that's because Dave, or the not-so-evil Viking, on YouTube, he is one of the casual shenanigans. He actually was doing, he was putting in a mod for a contest that Bethesda is doing.
All right.
So he was putting together, he's the General Dave, but you can find his YouTube. He's very, very popular. He's 70,000 plus subscribers.
Wow.
And on his way towards 100,000, so good for him. But he needed some people to test his mod, and I was like, yeah, sure, you know, I'd be more than happy to. So I learned a little bit about how to import mods for Fallout 4 and everything like that. Pretty nice, not too bad. I'm pretty happy with how it went. But it was a lot of fun. It was pretty cool kind of seeing what he did, because he does a lot of level design and stuff. Like, that's what he does.
Right.
And so he's got the experience to do that kind of stuff. But it's really fun. It's out right now. It's available. People can download it. I can't remember what it's called, the actual mod.
Can't you just load up your Fallout 4 and see it? Like, see your mods for Fallout 4? Not on these computers.
It's not on either one of these computers. Obviously not on this one.
What? You can't play Fallout 4 in your Chromebook?
Not at all. But it's basically it's a fort in Fallout 4 that has been remade for the Minutemen. It's like a Minutemen, like their General Dave's fort.
All right.
You know, so it's interesting. It's a lot of fun. I'm sure if you just do a search for his videos, I mean, he's very, very popular right now. So
yeah,
check it out. It's cool. I was very happy to be able to take part in that. You know,
nice.
So, yeah. So that's pretty much what I've been playing. Not a lot aside from that. Witcher 3. I'm trying to 100% the base game. So I've been working on my Gwent decks. Which is a long process because there's like 195 cards in the base game.
And you have 12 of them?
I have 140 or 150.
That's not bad.
Like,
You're
I'm getting
there.
very close, but I'm at the point where it's like it's becoming difficult to find
right
the other cards. And so and it's not like it just tells you where to go. It's like, oh, you need 4 more cards in Novigrad and you need like 20 more cards in Skellige. And I'm like, but where? And like, there's stuff out there that says go play cards with this guy and you get a card from beating him.
Right.
But doing all of that is so like tedious.
Yeah, like the research. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100% in games is no joke. You got to really want it.
Yeah, and I kind of do because it is fun. The game is fun.
I said you got to really want it, and you said you kind of do. So either want it or just let it go.
I want it.
All right.
All right. Okay.
All right. Let's help him out. Maybe you could stream while you're doing it, and maybe some people can come on and help you.
Help me
like,
find the cards.
They can do they can do some of the research online and help
some
you.
Of that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That could be fun.
That would be fun. It would be nice and interactive. And
like, do you know what percentage of the game you've completed?
I'm for the main quest. I'm getting relatively close. I'm probably about. I was talking with Dave and Debbie, which are also big fans. And they said I'm probably about an hour from the end.
Right.
I've reached a point where I need to go do some things, and then I go and start the process to end the game.
Right.
And
so
so
you're
that's
trying
why
to do the other stuff
I'm
first.
trying to do this other stuff first. So no, this isn't a spoiler, but I'm right before like the Isle of Mists or something like that is what it's called,
okay.
or Mist Isle or something. And so I have to gather some friends before some things happen. And that's where I'm at. But I want to finish up the Gwent. I have a good Gwent deck. I use Northern Realms. I really like Northern Realms. I regularly get over 100 points. So, I mean, for those who play Gwent, they'll know what I mean by that. But at least in one of the rounds, I at least get over 100 points. And the other players, like maybe 35 or 40, I basically crush them.
Yeah.
It's a good game. I'm looking forward to the standalone that is coming out, that CD Projekt Red did, that they announced at E3.
Okay,
It's coming out. So that looks interesting because they'll have multiplayer. It'll be interesting because right now I know what the computer's going to do. So I get some good ideas, and I'm like, okay, I know how you're going to play this hand. So but when you get to playing actual people, there's a lot more into it. But we have wasted a lot of time just talking about what we're playing right now.
Okay, well, let's zip over to what you get at the Steam sale.
Okay, so what did I get at the Steam sale? Why don't you talk about what you got so that I can take a few moments.
I bought 3 things.
Yep.
I was at just under $40.
Okay.
That's not counting out. I did buy a Steam Link. But I bought that off Amazon, although it was still at the same price at $35. So I still got what I consider a good deal on it. But the games I bought, I got Dragon's Dogma: Dark Arisen for $20, and something a little bit like 20 and some change, too. Like 20.33 or something. And then I got Stardew Valley for $11.99. And then I got the Game of Thrones Telltale game for I think like $5.24 or something.
Okay.
And that's all the games that I picked up. I'm hoping that I can get some time in Dragon's Dogma, but I still haven't played Fallout 4 enough. I still haven't played Witcher 3 enough. So I have like this stack of like RPGs. But when I went to buy it, I'm like, it's a good price. I'm interested in the game. And these are games that I do like, the type of games that I do like. So getting it at a good price, you know, I don't feel like it's going to be a regrettable purchase because I can play it whenever.
Right.
You know, but that's how we justify all the purchases, right?
It's true. It's true. So you think, okay, well, I'm going to eventually put in 30 hours maybe into this game. So
Yeah.
I was trying to pull up, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Someone spends a little money on Steam.
Yeah.
Is that on your Steam account?
Wow, yeah.
I wonder if I can see that. What part of your Steam account is that?
I just went into account under my name. I was trying to pull up my purchase history because I know there was one thing I know I bought, which is Doom. I bought Doom for it was on sale.
Yeah.
Which I'm a little irritated because now I haven't played that much of it, a little bit, but it was $36. I bought it. It's now $36 on Green Man Gaming and has a 20% discount coupon.
Yeah.
So it makes it like $28, and it's really dumb because it's like, really, like you're gonna throw a fit over $8. But there's part of me that's like, I missed out on a deal if I'd have just waited a couple of weeks.
It's true.
So I got Doom. I'm actually thinking about doing a series that isn't a stream.
Yeah.
I'm not good at first-person shooters. I'm just not. They're too fast for me. Doom is all about the speed. But I want to do a series where I play through Doom on like the normal difficulty. But it's
Right.
like, watch this idiot play a first-person shooter, and he's not very good. You know, so that kind of thing. Where I'll pre-record it all and throw it up on YouTube. I haven't done anything. I want to put together a pilot first, and then I've been talking over with some other people from the Casual Shenanigans about doing like snap map reviews from Doom, where we would either look for some of the funniest or the silliest or the, you know, really dumb snap maps or the really good ones and just like play through them and talk about them and stuff like that. So, and then I also got The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Right.
That's an indie game that I've been thinking about for a very long time. It was like $4, so I picked that one up. And Dead by Daylight, which is a game that a couple of the Casual Shenanigans crew have been interested in playing. It's a 4v1 game, so you have 4 players, and there's another player who's the bad guy who's trying to kill you. But it's like very like Friday the 13th.
Okay, yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. Like the one guy is not just like a super powerful whatever. It's like a murderer or like a, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to get away from them. So
what was your budget?
my budget was $50.
And how much did you spend?
I spent $59 and change. So a little more than my budget. What was your budget, James?
I didn't have a budget.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent $42.
Okay, so $42. And you had a budget, which means he had 0, so he spent $42 more than his budget.
No, I didn't put a cap on it.
His budget was 0 because he didn't have a budget.
No, I said I didn't have a budget, which means it's there's no number tied to it.
Right, 0. I understand.
No,
What
0
no
is a number.
What is no number? So if you have nothing,
Apple is no number.
right? If you have nothing, if you don't have a budget, you have no budget, right?
Right.
And if you have no things, then you have how many things?
I have. There's nothing.
Right, 0 things.
No, your argument's wrong. I'm gonna make Janet be on my side about this.
Okay, I'm gonna try to see if people can comment in the YouTube video about who is right. I think I'm right, and James thinks I'm right too.
No, I don't.
All right, so let's get into some articles here.
All right.
So I came across this article from PC Gamer. A Steam user broke level 1,000.
What is that? Like the first Steam user?
Well, no, not the first Steam user, but do you know how to level up on Steam?
Not really.
Okay, so it's complicated.
Okay.
Like the first few levels,
Just kind of
1
happen.
to 8, they just sort of happen by purchasing things, by getting cards, that kind of stuff. Have you gotten cards? Have you ever looked at those?
No, I mean, I looked through them. I don't really know what the hell I'm looking at, but yeah, I've seen them.
So basically,
and I have them.
what you can do with the cards is you can get anywhere from 4 to 8 cards, or 3 to 4 cards, depending on, you know, the games and how many cards there are and everything. So you want to collect a set. Now, you can only get a certain amount from playing the game, so the rest you have to trade or you have to purchase or something like that.
Right.
And they're not expensive. They're like 10 to 12 cents.
Right.
So very, very inexpensive. And you can sell extra ones that you don't need, all that kind of stuff. Or
So I should just sell all my cards since I don't care.
No, you should just give them to me. That's what you should
So
do.
you can sell them?
No, I won't. I won't sell them.
Oh yeah, that sounds honest. Yeah.
I'm dying here.
That's because lying kills you, Justin.
But anyway, so you build these little packs, and then you turn in those packs, and you get experience points for it.
Okay.
So basically, to be at level 1000, you would have to purchase lots of games. You would have to, because you'd have to get lots of cards, so you'd have to play a lot of the games, and then you'd
Right.
have to trade a lot or purchase a lot.
Right.
And there's places you can go where you can say, hey, I've got this card, I'm looking for this card, and you can find people who will trade you up, and you just trade with Steam. So,
Right.
So that represents a hell of a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
A lot of work. And they're the first one to get over 1,000. So Palm Desert is their name. They have been fighting for the top spot with a lot of other, but he's got over 5,000 games and over 3,300 downloadable contents.
Wow.
So I guess it says on this article that Steam has 9,000 games in their catalog.
So 9,000. That's probably everything.
Yes.
And he's got like 8,300 of them.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's crazy. That is crazy. So good for him or her. Good for Palm Desert.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of.
But yeah. Did you have any articles this week?
I do not. The only thing I had was that cool picture of Dark Souls Go.
That was interesting. So yeah, because Pokemon Go just came out, and I downloaded it, and I haven't played much of it. It looks interesting.
Yeah.
I guess, and this is going to seem not weird, but not weird to people who know me. The one thing that kind of turns me off about it is the whole like having to leave my house to go play it.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and like
You're like,
walk
what do you
around.
mean? Can't they just appear in my living room? And I'll
Yeah.
be like, touch the screen. Got it.
Well, that's the one
Back
thing
to
that
Diablo 3.
I'm a little disappointed about, because you don't actually fight the random Pokemon. You
Yeah.
just capture them.
Right.
So I haven't played that much of it, but I'm a little disappointed that I was expecting that you would fight the random Pokemon.
Right.
But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a free game, so beggars can't be choosers.
Right.
I mean, goodness gracious, it's a Pokemon game that's free. So there was an article that came up on IGN. Microsoft appears to roll back on their Xbox Play Anywhere pledge.
Now, is that a misleading title?
A little bit.
I figured. It
Yeah.
sounds like it.
It is.
Because they put appears so they don't get sued.
Yeah. So basically, they what is it? Basically the information originally read that every new title published by Microsoft Studios will support Xbox Play Anywhere. Cool, right? So for those who have Windows 10 and Xbox One, you can play anywhere. Now,
Right.
obviously it's not Play Anywhere because you have an Xbox 360 and you can't play.
It's true.
But then they changed it, so now it says every new title published from Microsoft Studios, all still the same, that we showed on stage at E3 this year will support Xbox Play Anywhere.
Right. But it makes sense. Now, realistically, that there's limits on it, I don't fault them for that. Because do you really want their game development limited to be like, oh, we can't release this game because it doesn't play on that Windows tablet? You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Right.
It's not going to be Windows Tablet because Windows Tablet's not Windows 10. It's their own, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But when they say Play Anywhere, they actually mean... I mean... Actually, no, because there are some games that are tablet play. Because, like, the Microsoft... The Minecraft game could be played on the tablet.
Yeah.
So...
Anyways, I mean, the bottom line is you don't want... If they're going to... The majority of their games are going to be that way, awesome. I think it's okay that it's not going to be all of them.
And I would even be okay. Like, I like the idea of my brother being able to get Gears of War 4 and me get Gears of War 4 on my PC and him get it on his Xbox One and us to be able to play together.
Right.
I think that's great. Do all games need that? I don't think so.
No.
I would be happy with a majority of Xbox One games being available on my PC.
Oh, yeah.
More than anything.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't even need to have cross-play capability.
And I'm guessing like AAA level titles will probably always be that.
You would think.
Right. Because those are normally developed for Like a lot of them are developed for a console or both consoles and PC. So that's going to be pretty. I would be surprised if any of those games missed that mark.
Right. And most of the games that were shown at E3 were all AAA level titles. So it's the thing is that it doesn't seem like it's a really negative thing. It's not like they're like, oh, whoa, wait a second. No, we're not actually doing this. It's more just, okay, well, the games we showed at E3 are definitely going to be it. But going forward, we can't really paint ourselves into a corner
Right.
to be like this, because we are potentially, I'm sure that there were some publishers that said, I'm not necessarily okay with that.
Well, that's their own loss, really, because as soon as you cut off part of a market, you know, oh, well, we're going to develop it for the the Xbox
Publishers
One
versus developers. It's probably more the developers that were like, you know, I understand the Xbox platform or I understand the Windows platform, but I don't have the team to develop this for both. And if you're telling me that I can't be on either one of your platforms unless I'm on both, I'm going to have to go to Sony or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone presumes that every game that's playable on Microsoft Windows is going to be playable on the Xbox One is an idiot.
Well, right.
You know, I mean, being able to like stream from the one to the other, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
But just released on both, like, and I don't know if that's what they were ever saying. I always felt it was the other way around. Like, if we release a game on Xbox One, it will also be Windows 10. That's what I thought. Like, my impression, and I didn't watch the conference, was more that we're not going to have exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like if it's going to come out on Xbox One, then it's also going to come out for Windows PC.
Right.
Doesn't guarantee it's going to come out on Mac or it's going to be available like to play on an earlier version of Windows or Linux or anything like that. But since I don't use any of those, I don't really care.
Right.
But yeah. But again, misleading title, you know, but their original thing might be misleading.
All right. So, did you hear about this?
I did not.
Oh,
yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what this is. And I don't know why it's popped up on my screen. I feel like I should know what it is.
So this is another article from IGN. Red Dead Redemption to become backward compatible on Xbox One this Friday. The article was on the 5th, so today that we're recording,
yes.
Not today that you are listening. But it is available today that you are listening.
Because it wasn't just the one day. Yeah, it wasn't just the one day.
It's not just today.
It was just the beginning day.
Now, I know you just played through this on your 360.
I did.
But does this entice you at all?
Not enough to buy an Xbox One, no.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I was going to look to see. I was trying to see if there was a link on here that took it to like costs. No, I wanted to see how much it would cost to buy on Xbox One. That's out.
Well, what do we have left? Let's try to wrap it up.
Yeah. So, there was the YouTubers are getting sued over this Counter-Strike gambling scandal.
All right.
So this article is from steamed.kotaku.com. But T. Martin and Pro Syndicate, basically what they did is they started a Counter-Strike gambling site where you could gamble skins from Counter-Strike.
Right.
Which, okay, that's one thing, but they didn't tell anybody that it was their site, and they were live streaming like them winning thousands and thousands of dollars on it, but it was their site, and it's gone from like, you know, this thing where it's like, okay, maybe it was in poor taste to, okay, actually what you were doing is illegal. It's like illegal. And you're borking people for a hell of a lot of money, and it's becoming a very huge thing. So there are a lot of other people who have done a much more thorough job on reporting on this.
Right.
Casual Shenanigans in their last show on Thursday, which comes out on the same day as this one, this coming Monday. Go listen to there because they do a good job, and then they have actually a conversation about how Steam, you know, should be involved or not be involved, or you know, if Steam is part of that. But it's a crazy thing. I mean, and these are some young kids, 20-something, early 20-somethings.
Thought they probably had a golden goose.
Yep. So, crazy. We're not going to talk too much about that. Yeah, I think that's it for the articles that I have. Let's go into some Humble Bundle stuff.
All right.
You got the Humble
Monthly.
The Humble Monthly came out.
Okay, so we had Kentucky Route Zero, which you played
I'm disappointed that this one is in there. I mean, I'm not disappointed, but I sort of am disappointed
because you recently bought it.
because I bought it.
Do you remember how much you paid?
It was on sale, but not from. I mean, like I basically paid the price of a monthly at about $12 or $13.
All right. Well, very positive on Steam. 84 out of 100 PC Gamer. 9.5 out of 10 on a Destructoid.
It is good. It is good, definitely.
All right. Satellite Reign is a real-time class-based strategy game set in an open-world cyberpunk city. You command a group of 4 agents through rain-soaked, neon-lit streets where the law is the will of mega corporations. Got 80 out of 100 on PC Gamer, but very positive on Steam. And then there's Tessellated Intelligence System 100. TIS 100 is an open-ended programming game by Zachtronics, the creators of Space Chem and
Infinifactory.
There you go.
Yeah.
In which you rewrite corrupted code segments to repair the TIS 100 and unlock its secrets. Overwhelmingly positive on Steam. And then the Red Solstice is a tactical 8-player co-op survival game set in the distant future on Mars.
Tactical.
Issue commands and set waypoints and objectives for your friends as you outsmart and outgun your way through the derelict domiciles of Tharsis. Get stronger every time, level up and unlock new weapons and abilities, survive the storm. Very positive on Steam.
That actually sounds kind of interesting.
Avernum Crystal Souls is an epic fantasy role-playing adventure in a massive world. The subterranean land of Avernum is full of strange caves, cunning dungeons, and the alien inhabitants of the underworld. Explore a massive underground nation of tunnels and caverns packed with over 100 towns and dungeons. Fight to compete up to 3 distinct game-winning quests. Very positive on Steam. And then Hurt World, this was the one that you got if you pre-ordered the bundle. But it tempts you out of your comfort zone with rich resources, better loot, and higher tech. The feeling when you're freezing to death trying to make a fire or you're defenseless being chased by creatures. Those experiences are what make a survival game, and when you overcome that challenge, what will you do next? Will you settle for bows and arrows or a campfire, or push deeper into the map and start scavenging? Again, very positive on Steam. It is an early access game. And then the Humble Monthly debut games, Darwin Castles, Cthulhu Realms. It's like a reskin of Star Realms.
Oh, okay.
And then the Humble Original is Kapoka. It's a game about a bird flying freely above the totalitarian
Yep.
city of Kapoka.
Well,
Speakers all around the city announce that the great leader will bring the state its salvation, while people whisper in the streets about unrest and dissatisfaction. But what are human concerns to a bird anyways? Sounds odd, but could be interesting.
We know a little bit about totalitarian regimes here.
What do you mean?
Well, because
Janet.
Janet is totally awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that was it. Another, again, I don't know which of these games I would play.
Yes, but here's the thing.
I'm never disappointed.
Yeah, it's
Even
not.
though I look through and I'm like,
not bad.
I'm not going to play any of these games, but I'm really happy I own them.
Yeah,
Have I been brainwashed by the Humble Monthly?
Yes. So I mean,
my $12.
Some of those seem. I mean, if you think about it, $12.
Oh yeah, no, I never feel like it's a bad deal.
No, and that's the thing, and it's not as good as, I guess, some of the series, the ones we have gotten the last couple of months.
Yeah,
they had some AAA titles in it. This doesn't seem to in this one, but that doesn't mean any of these games are necessarily bad.
Right.
And as somebody who's hardly even installed a lot of the games from the last couple of Humble Monthlies, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a breath.
It's true.
And maybe only look at one of those and go, I know offhand, if I hadn't had Kentucky Route Zero, I would have been much more thrilled about it, because I would have been like, sweet,
right.
I've been wanting Kentucky Route Zero for a while. Now I own it, and I own it for the $12. And I only bought it about a month ago, so if I'd have just waited, man, if I'd have just waited on Doom, if I'd have just waited on Kentucky Route Zero.
You drive yourself crazy with all that. All right, what do we got next? Next article.
Well, I did want to mention what's coming up for the next month.
Yeah. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer starter pack.
So
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know, because I didn't think Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was free to play or anything like that.
Right.
So I don't know. I know that they did start doing with the Siege. What was that one? It's not I don't think it's Call of Duty. Siege something or else.
All right.
It's the one where it's PvP, where you have one group of the people are barricading in, and the other group is trying to break in.
I don't know.
It just recently came out a few months ago. Geez, this is gonna bother me. So now I'm gonna have to look it up. Siege something. It's not Call of Duty, I know that. It's Rainbow Six. Maybe it's Rainbow Six. No. Tom Clancy.
The Division. That's
No.
the most recent. Tom Clancy Siege.
Rainbow Six Siege.
All right.
Yeah. So, yes, that's it. So, that one, they actually just started a thing where you get, like, some introductory characters, and you can play for free, and you can unlock more. Or, I'm
Right.
sorry, not play for free, but for, like, $15 you can get the game, or $20.
Right.
Instead of dropping $60 or $40 or $50 on the game, you can pay a smaller amount up front, and then unlock more of the content as you play.
All right.
So,
Okay.
Maybe they're doing something like that with Call of Duty. I don't
Maybe.
know.
I don't know.
All right. So I've got my normal thing. No Man's Sky news. No Man's Sky news. All right. So we got some big news for No Man's Sky. There was this great on June 24th. Sean Murray had put out an update saying that they were working super duper hard on No Man's Sky, and about 2 weeks later, Hello Games they've done their gold. The No Man's Sky's gone gold. Basically, they've finished the disc that has the game. The game is done. It's 100%. It's complete. The only thing that there'll be is like patches and things like that, like day one patches and that kind of stuff.
Right,
but
of
it's
course.
done. It's ready to go, which means that August 9th seems pretty much in the bag.
Nice.
So go ahead and request your time off from work so you can take the day off and play the game all day. I would take it off, but I don't have enough time to take it off right now.
All right. So what else do we have?
So
Our game.
we have our game,
All right.
and that's pretty much it.
All right.
So
well,
let's go into the game.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
So let's explain what this new game is. So I came up with this idea.
You did.
Yes, I did. And so this is going to be called the Green Light Game.
Yes.
The Dollarwise Gamer's Green Light Game.
Yes.
So on Steam, there's Green Light.
Be careful about bumping the table.
Yeah,
just
because
in
then it
case.
does that thing.
I don't
Yes,
want
sorry. So on Steam, there's Greenlight, and Greenlight has all sorts of indie games. Some indie games are cool. Some indie games need some work. Some have some opportunities. Some look like they're going to be amazing.
Such a manager. Whenever you have some opportunities.
You have some opportunities here. And so what I've decided, and James is going to play along with me, and you can play along while you're listening or watching. I've looked through Greenlight games, and I'm going to give you 3 games, the titles, and the little blurb about what the game is. Okay?
All right. And I have to guess 2 of them are real.
2 of them are real,
And one of them is made up by Justin.
and one of them is made up by me.
All right.
Okay? And James has to figure out which one it is. Take as much time as you want and kind of talk
All right.
through it and try to figure out, try to psych me out to try to figure out how well do you know me, that kind of thing. And you guys,
That's not fair if I start playing you.
oh,
I just got to play I just got to play what you tell me. If I start playing you, I think I have an edge. So
okay. So here we go. All right, and you guys can play along at home. So here we go. In no particular order.
can't we do the one that's not true first?
Sure, let's do that.
All
Actually,
right.
why don't you pick the first, the second, or the third one in this list?
Let's do the first one and the second one and the third one.
Okay, here we go. So the first one is called Bullet Time VR, and this is the blurb on it.
All right.
Have you ever thought about the speed with which flies a bullet fired from a gun? In this game, a bullet, you have to go through tremendous stresses on your body and get positive emotions. Hit the targets, activate special effects like Ultra Boost, Gravity Spin, and the classic Bullet Time. The sensations that you will experience, in truth, is not transmitted.
That one's real.
All right. Next one. Water Planet. Water Planet is an audio-visual game that involves immersive first-person exploration on land, underwater, and guided flying in an orb transport while listening to the music from Water Planet EP by Virgo.
I'm going to withhold my judgment on that. Let me hear number 3.
Last one. Dad Quest. A child longs to soar through the sky with the grace of an eagle and the destructive power of a 4-foot nuke. Follow the generations of dads on a quest to the legendary Dad Island. As each dad dies, its child will grow up, obtain a child of their own, and will seek to finish what their dad started, to complete this grand dad venture.
I'm going to go with the third one is fake.
Okay, so let's do these in reverse, all right? So, Dad Quest. Dad Quest is 100% real.
All right.
So, Dad Quest is real. You carry around your boy. You throw him at things, they explode. It's very crazy. I was watching the video on it. I was actually sort of interested in this game. I'm like, that is awesome.
All right.
All right, next one. Water Planet. While you might think that I came up with this one because it uses, some things that I tend to like, you would be 100% incorrect.
Really?
That is a real game. That is a real game.
I have been fooled unless all 3 of them are real.
No, Bullet Time VR is fake. There is not a Bullet Time VR. There was a game that
Wait, did you use the entire description for something else?
I used.
That is cheating.
That is
not cheating. That is totally cheating because you use. That's not fair.
Cheating.
That's not fair.
cheating.
No, you got to do the whole thing. The whole thing's got to be written. And
Nope.
I know you did this on the fly today, but it's only fair.
This is the rules going forward. I will take descriptions from other games.
That's not fair. No. If you can't play for real, we
No.
I want opinions. I want
Okay.
opinions.
All right,
I want
opinions
people
from
to
you guys.
email,
Send us emails.
post on the video.
Comment.
Should he have to write the whole thing, or can he just copy paste and change
Change a couple of
and
words.
to an
change some
ampersand?
things.
Yeah, that's what you did. You changed one and to an ampersand.
I did not. No, the original game was a VR game in which, those little balls that you climb inside and they're like bungee cord and they like shoot you up
Right,
and bounce you around. It was that game.
All right.
And a lot of it, I changed probably half of it. Like in this game, you're a bullet. You go through this tremendous stresses of your body and get positive emotions. And positive emotions. I kept that part because it was funny. But yeah, hit targets, activate special effects like Ultra Boost. That's all me. That was all me.
You got to start from scratch.
Okay, so opinions from you guys. Should I have to write the entire thing from scratch? I think that I should be able to use games to maybe even come up with ideas to try to trick. Because my goal is to trick James.
That's
true.
That's
the goal, is to trick James. So I'm trying to find really crazy ideas for games. I went with Dad Quest because I would think, oh, well, he's a dad. And so he came up with a really silly game that maybe he would think that, So my goal is to try to trick James. So I think that in the spirit of it, I'm doing the right thing. James disagrees, though.
I do, because if you're going to create the game, you should create the description, too. Because
Okay.
that's where you really learn about the game. Because if I call a game 14 boxes, all right?
Yeah.
And then I steal the description from something else. Like, the title doesn't give me anything. It's all about the description.
Okay.
That's where I'm making my decision. Because I don't even care what the title is. It's all
Okay.
about the
I
description.
see. I understand what he's saying.
All right.
I don't 100% agree with him, but I will do whatever the listeners think is best.
All right. And
So-
if they don't agree, then I will just let Janet know.
I guess, I think that Janet will agree with me. So I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
So let us know. Send us emails,
But
DollarwiseGamers@gmail.com. It is our 30th
Our
episode.
30th episode.
Our 30th episode, yes.
Janet shut the door so the dog couldn't come back down and say goodbye.
Oh.
I mean, not for that. I think so the dog wouldn't come bother us.
But that was it. I'm pretty sure that's all I've got. I keep feeling like there's something I've forgotten, and I will remember 5 minutes after the podcast is over with.
Maybe.
But thank you, Janet, for your note and remembering that it is our 30th episode. Doing one episode every 2 weeks.
For 100
For
weeks.
100 weeks. Yes, thank you, Janet. Appreciate that 100%. Thank you, Brenin. We haven't done a wolf pack in a while, but thank you for being there for us to do play games, even if we don't stream them. Thank you to everybody out there. Thank you for all of the downloads. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for all the likes and the follows and all those things. It's really fun. It's a lot of fun. And let us know what you want to hear, what kind of topics you'd like to hear from us, and definitely let us know on the game. Did you like it? Do you want to go James's way, the less fun way, or my way, the more fun way?
Or, email what you think, and maybe you can be the email from next week.
Yeah.
And the top argument for your side and the top argument from my side, maybe, if we get enough good emails, we'll maybe offer them up a game. We'll see what kind of response we get in the emails.
I've got plenty of games. Heck, I've got an extra copy of Kentucky Route Zero. So if Kentucky Route Zero is a game you're interested in, let me know and make a good argument, and maybe it'll be top argument.
I have a complete Civ 5.
Oh, everything.
To gift, yeah.
Oh.
The complete pack that you can buy on Steam. I have one of those. So send a really good argument for my side, and maybe you can get that.
I might have other games that might...
Well, everybody, enjoy your existence.